Here at Inspiration Incorporated, we want you to be inspired. Sometimes in life, you might feel bored, unmotivated, or even uninspired. But here at Inspiration Incorporated, we will do our very best to inspire you to get inspired. Can you hear this inspirational music? Doesn't it make you feel inspired? Well, we sure hope it does, because here at Inspiration Incorporated, that is our goal. Hey musicians, my name is Damien, and I'm a pianist and composer, corporate music. Why is it so uninspiring? Now, I think the main reason for this is that corporate music strips itself of any emotional value, and the cliche or the face value of the music is as deep as it gets. There is no real meaning behind the music, other than the emotions it presents at face value. Tentacruel does a really great video on this, so I'll leave a link to his video in the description. So what it'll do today is record some sounds of different office objects like pens, tape, and staples and everything like that. And with these sounds, I'm going to make some inspirational sounding corporate music like I played at the start of this video. So now that I've recorded each sound, I wanted to explain what I did to make them sound more like an instrument. So I started with the kick drum, and I just layered some sounds of me hitting the folder. I also added a drum bus, which gives the sample a bit more of an oomph. Next, I worked on making a clapping sound. This was pretty tricky because when I layered a lot of different little click sounds that I recorded, it was really difficult to make it sound like a good clap, but I just did the best that I could. Other than that, I just put some compression and EQ on it to make it just sound a little bit more refined. So the next sample I worked on was the shaker. So I had a box of staples which I was making a shaking sound with, and I also had this thing. There's just some lead for a mechanical pencil in there, and it actually made for a really good shaking sound. And then I just added a few effects to it just to tidy it up a bit, but other than that they were both pretty good shaker sounds. Now finally, I just tried making a bass sound out of this sample that I recorded, and this is what that sounds like. So now I'm actually going to try and make some inspirational corporate music along the same lines as the music I had at the start of the video, and I'm going to use the samples that I've created with all the office objects. So it actually turned out a lot better than I expected. It was a little bit tricky to get started, but once I got into it and started layering stuff up, it made it a lot easier to keep going. I also recorded in some vocals and added that to it as well. Now that I've finished that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching so far, and I hope you enjoyed the inspirational corporate music that I made with the office supplies.